trying to pour a bottle of vinegar out into a wine glass because you couldn't see anything, but as we just come in, I could see. And then afterwards, it got on very well. He said, I drove him home. Cut a long story short, I drove him home because their driver had the night off very shrewdly. So I hadn't had a drink, so I drove him home, and we went up this driveway, which was sort of 45 degrees, with all these Christmas lights, fairy lights. It just looked as though you were going into Disneyland. And pulled up and said, why don't you come in and have a drink in the saloon? Now that doesn't sound a lot like Frank Sinatra, but I'm not very good on impersonation. But so I said, well, I'd love to, yes. So in we went, Emma still went, so she sat and talked with Barbara Sinatra, and I sat and talked with Frank Sinatra. So it must have been 2.5 to 3 hours. Just spoke about nothing but music, and singing, and breathing, and the feeling for a song, and Gene Kelly.
This is interesting, somebody like you. Still astounded by Sinatra. You also met Michael Jackson. You got into him.
Oh yes, he came to one of the shows in New York with Liza Minnelli, and he came up on stage afterwards with all these people around him, and he just sort of walked through the curtains and said, "Love your team, your team." And I said, "Oh, thank you." I said, "They're mine. They're mine." But he was very, very nice. I mean, he's one of the eccentrics of our business. I met him on other occasions, and he was always charming. He always knew who you were. He wasn't one of those people that play the game saying, "We haven't met." No. No, your hands. But he's great. He was very nice.
We can't let you go. You have to have a look at Frank Spencer before you go, just to remind you.
In this studio.
For unto you is born this day in the city of David. Is born in the city. Well, that's very much. Just leave everything alone now. Don't put bloody bags on anywhere. Unto you is born this day in the city of David. Put another bag on. A Savior who is Christ, not a big one!
We were showing that. You enjoyed that as much as everybody.
Well, it's so long ago, yes, but I think we used to enjoy it when we were doing it. We would laugh. The piece there where I first came down, I was expecting to land on the deck. There's no doubt about it. I was due to land on the deck, and as I got there, the man who was there had a long supper break, and he'd been enjoying himself in hospitality, I think, because he stopped me 2 inches short of the ground, and I knew I hadn't upset him. I mean, I'd made sure I was all right with him. He stopped me 2 inches short of the ground, and I just went, and it tore me in half. And the line "That's Ruined My Christmas" was an ad-lib. It was just an ad-lib. And Michelle then actually wet herself. She laughed so much.
Are you still president of the Six Children Club?
Yes.
I mean, it's extended itself, hasn't it?
It has. We now support it with have a fan association in America.
Yeah, you got the fan club workers on it.
Yes, and they work for it. So instead of sending flowers and things, which is a lovely thought, but it's a lot of money wasted sometimes. And I think that money should be put to good use. And these homes provide homes for sick children who are in life-threatening diseases, and their parents can stay with them while they're having the treatment. And it's been going now, it'll be its 10-year anniversary next year, which we've got to raise £1 million for. But and I hope, that the people will remember that, because it's such a whenever you're away, I had a tonsillectomy when I was 9. My mother was 2 hours late, and the effect on her being late and not there with her arms around me, I started a hemorrhage, and it could have turned into something far worse. And to have your mother's arms around you is, sometimes the doctor will say, 75% of healing, and that is something that we're very privileged to be part of, to help that to be.
You do great work for us. As a matter of fact, we do have 2 children who have benefited from it, Andrew Garrick and Lorna Wood, and they're coming along now because they've got something special to present to you. Come on, Andrew and Lorna. Come on, baby. Sit beside you, Captain Mike.
How are you?
As you can tell, what it is the fact that you may not know, but your disc has gone gold, you know, but that's gone gold, and
isn't that wonderful?
Well, I'm delighted we were able to get Andrew and Lorna to come along because they both benefited from the charities that you help, haven't you?
And you both so well. It's very wonderful.
And how nice it was to have you with us, singing so beautifully and being such an all-round good egg. Congratulations on the gold medal.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks to Michael and Andrew and Lorna. Thank you for joining us. This is Michael Crawford.
We'll be seeing more of Michael Crawford as the incomparable Frank Spencer over Christmas here on BBC One.